Well, hello and good evening. My name is Mike Syracuse. I'm a retail trainer with Mercedes-Benz USA, and I'm here to talk to you about the 2014 Mercedes-Benz S-550, a truly awesome and extraordinary vehicle. So now I'm going to talk to you about some of the features of the S-Class interior, and the first item I'd like to talk to you about is the two 12.3-inch tablets that sit side by side. So let's focus our attention forward for just a moment here. So essentially we have two iPads that live side by side. These are two 12.3-inch tablets that control all the readouts and all the vitals that the driver would need in terms of customizing vehicle settings and menus and lighting and what have you. And then the tablet off to the right here, the screen off to the right, would give me information on navigation or radio controls or anything else that I might want to pull up. So a very familiar and yet convenient S-Class feature that we even had on the prior model was called the central controller, and that's a dial that's located on the center console, and it functions similar to a mouse, where you just simply move it around, and when you make your selections and you want to select whatever item that you'd like, you just simply activate that selection by clicking at the center portion of the mouse. So it allows the driver to focus his or her attention on the road. Now let's focus on what it controls. I'd like to draw your attention focus on this screen here. So as I rotate the central controller left or right, I can choose between different functions. I can go into satellite radio, FM, AM, Bluetooth audio, which is standard on board this vehicle. I even have individual menus for media settings for the various different audio connections. There's our navigation function right here, a nice, clear, easy to read display. And I even have various different seat settings that I can pull up as well to customize lumbar for the driver. So as I rotate the central controller, clockwise or counterclockwise, it pulls up a carousel of different settings that allows me to customize lumbar settings for both the driver and the front passenger. I have separate controls for each. And a hot stone massage for both driver and front passenger. Truly a unique feature specific to the S-Class. So I'd like to draw to your attention some of the design elements that we built into the interior of this car as well. Specifically, we'll talk about the air vents and the shape and the functionality here. So you'll notice a circular design to the air vents. It has a very classic look, a very upscale design. And Mercedes-Benz could have easily just designed it such that you just move the vent in any direction that you'd like for optimum heating or cooling or directional movement of airflow from each vent. But what we've done was we've placed a separate chrome bezel because it really gives it a touch of added class. And if I push the bezel in, it allows the vents to be circulated from the left or the right. I can activate the amount of airflow, a diffuser function if you will, from each of the two vents over here by way of this single bezel, and then the one over on the right if I rotate this one clockwise or counterclockwise. And you'll notice, finish off that nice classic look, is an analog clock. Also, the little details that Mercedes-Benz has built in to the design of this car, you'll notice the little ridges or canopies of wood grain. Rather than just filling this area off with a piece of burl wood trim, we've actually put a lot of little details in terms of how these canopies rise and create a nice movement around the vents themselves. Really gives the car a very nice look. So a high attention to detail and craftsmanship in every facet of engineering on board this car. So as you can see, the level of safety, innovation, and technology represented on the 2014 S-550 just can't be found on any other vehicle in this segment. When I look at this vehicle, I think of it as a mobile resume. This is representative of everything that Mercedes-Benz is proud to talk about. 127 years of innovation, the inventor of the automobile, 80,000 plus patents. Think about that for just a moment. No one else can seal that safety story. That's Mercedes-Benz resume right there, all at work. 10 generations put to work here. This is representative of 9 other generations prior to this one, dating back to the early 1950s, in terms of safety, in terms of design elements, architecture, engineering, all blended together to deliver the very best or nothing. And as you know, that's our mantra these days in all of our commercial advertisements, the best or nothing. And there you have it, the 2014 S-550.